please. Joe, Crystal, China.
Wait, he put himself. You welcome.
All right. Okay. Shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and will rest therein. Just coming with a little something. I've been trying to cut this phone down. The ringer really off. I just come today because I said that I would come back today and we would talk. So the title of this message is Time to Talk. It's time to talk or let's talk. It's one or the other. I believe it's let's talk. But I want to say this here. I got to cover what the Most High have charged me to cover. And until he says elsewhere, I have to cover Matthew's chapter 24 and verse 13 and 14. And it says, he that endure, in verse 13 of Matthew's 24 and verse 13, he that endure until the end shall be saved. And then 14 says, and this gospel shall be preached as a witness to all nations, and then the end. What's so beautiful about that? He's saying something special to those that are in verse 13. He that endure until the end shall be saved, and this gospel shall be preached, okay, as a witness, for a witness to all nations, and then the end. I love what he's saying because witness is you're going to witness something. You're going to see something. It's going to be evidence, okay? Evidence of what? The kingdom, which is his power, is coming from the kingdom. And it's being preached as the gospel, good news being preached that the power of Yah, okay, shall be seen by all nations. Okay, that's what it's saying in verse 14, Matthew 24 and verse 14. So the reason why he says it's important that I cover that when I'm on this platform is because that's what's day we are in. I start to say season and time. We're not under that anymore. We on that level called that day, what all the prophets has prophesied and said that shall come during the end, and everything that the Most High have said that would take place at the end, and also what Yeshua HaMashiach was saying in Matthew 24 on Mount Olive to his disciples. So I want you to keep in mind that he's saying something to those who endure until the end. And don't ever think that enduring something is your power, your strength, something in your flesh. It is a spirit from the Most High Yah to uphold you throughout the turmoil that is before you in a certain time period, which is called this day. Okay, Sister Deborah is going to open up the live chat for those who wants to discuss things and those who have revelation towards something or anything that the Most High has revealed something to you. And we want to just discuss all those things, visions and dreams, all those things that I'm used to since I was a little girl. So it's nothing really that anyone can bring to my table that I have not had to wrestle with in the last 60 years of my life. I said the last 56 years, 61 years of my life. So When you come to the table of spirit and truth, and you come with dreams and vision, as you give me the dream or the vision, I can be able to interpret it to the best of the ability that rests within me. And believe me, not my flesh. Okay? Not my flesh. I do want to say that I give all praise and honor and glory to the Most High Yah, who is, who was, and who shall be. I give him all praise, all glory. I think he is so excellent. I think he is so perfect. I think he is so great. He is so faithful and he is so kind. He is so, how would I say it? We said excellent, great, perfect, kind, faithful. He's so merciful, you know. He's so all knowing. He's so powerful. Okay, so we worship that individual who is the Most High Yah. His name is Yahuwah. And I, Sister Deborah, worship him in spirit and in truth. Okay. Now, time to talk. So if you have something that you want to put out, go right ahead. It's open. But I'm gonna go back into what I was speaking of yesterday, was this movie. Okay. The power in the movie is that the light has always been on, meaning that the Most High has also spoken in Genesis that he always left the light on that we may find our way to what is truth, what is righteous, what is just, what represents him and where he reside. We will always find ourselves or our place because he has always left the light on. And he began to teach me months and months ago that he has also charged the evil one to keep a pin needle of light that his elect may see through all the darkness. And I count it totally a blessing for him to have charged the wickedness. Because see, 99.9 can't see through all this darkness. I'm a living witness, one that has been taught from the wilderness, taught by the Ruach HaKodesh, and have been shown that which is spirit and truth. I can see that people can't really see the confusion and the darkness that is before them. They only think that they can see as clear as Sister Deborah can see, and it is. There are many that can see as clear as Sister Deborah can see. But I say unto you, everybody is saying they're saved. Everybody's saying they're enduring. Everybody's saying they got the faith. Everybody said they got the Ruach HaKodesh. Everybody got everything it takes to walk into the New Jerusalem. And we know that that's a lie from the pit of hell. He said, you're going to know them by their fruit. And the fruit has nothing to do with what they have on YouTube, how many subscribers, how many likes, what they have, land, property, cattle, or nothing. That's not their fruit. I know when you're on the outside looking through the window, thinking you seeing one with something that you don't have, and what you don't understand what is invested in you is greater than silver and gold. So nobody's land and property and all the things that they have, or their subscribers and likes and all these platforms cannot outweigh anything that's better than silver and gold. So I say unto you, don't get caught up from the floor in what your eyes are seeing. You see what I'm saying? Because your eyes can be very deceiving. It's connected to your flesh. Now, you do have an eye, which is in the spirit realm. If you learn to see and you embrace the eye and the ear that's from the Most High Yah, it'll take you places you have never gone. I don't know if my live chat is open or not, but let's see here. It's open. I just had to check on that to see what's going on with it. But again, like I said, I thank the Most High for who He is and who He's going to be and who He has already been. And not just that alone, but all that He's going to be in the days to come, because we're really not getting it. We're not getting really what is set before us. Yesterday, I was just talking about the movie, and today he was teaching me a lot of other things. And I was like, but Father, how is it that I'm holding up with this here information? And he always turned back. Greater is who I am in thee than he that is in the world. Understand these things need be. As you look at this movie, when it first come on, it for about 2 minutes, it wants you to understand that their picture there. You see this? That's the eye. That's also a symbol that the wicked is watching you. Okay? So this movie, when it first come on, it wants to show you this eye that you see here. It wants you to see that. Okay? And it stays on for a good, say, about 2 seconds or something like that. Not 2 minutes, but not longer than 2 seconds. Probably a good 20 seconds. It remains there. So I say to you all that I thank, like I said yesterday, I thank the Most High for this movie, because it brought me to a total different mindset. Because if 20 something, 30 years ago, they decide to make this movie that's talking about what they're doing today, that leads me to understand, don't go to the highest mountain and proclaim what is being said, what is being done. Don't waste your time, because he not only spoke it and prophesied it in his book. Here it is, long time ago, during our parents' age, when they were young, during my age, when I was young, on back. It has been showing up and showing out and revealing so much and so much to us. So when we sit back in this day and time and think, okay, we have awakened, it's just that we, even in spite of our understanding in our flesh that we have awakened, we don't understand in the spirit, you're still dead sleep. In the flesh, you have awakening to stupidity. That's why so many people gripped on to the camps, and all the men, a great number of the men took on the camps and the teaching of hate. You know what I'm saying? It's because the first thing came out, they just gripped it and just claimed it, not even understanding that you only gripping and claiming that which is in the dark, that you feel that you didn't come to a point in your life that you can see it for what it is. It's really a lot of them still, he say, a dead sleep. So it's no awakening in them until they understand what truly what awakening is in spirit and in truth. And like I said, there are many issues that's actually taking place, and the beast is loose and he ain't going anywhere, and it's going to be a round of this over and over and over and over. And like I told you, it has this last thing that was dispersed on the 1st of December. Its whole purpose was to enter into everyone's household. What I'm also starting to believe within me is those who have embraced and received these jabs. Let me tell you all, they're coming for you. I believe that there are things that's being spread through or from those who have received to those who have not, intentionally, purposely. And we walk around and we see different issues and what's going on, and we ignore what is before us and what's actually taking place. And because of that reason, Yah will give you a strong delusion. And that's another thing he told me that's heavy on the earth. To those who think they know something, those who think they got it nailed because they on these platforms and they getting subscribers and like, heavens is already totally against the mindset that think that they are all that and some because of likes and subscribers, because they connecting it to the fruit of the spirit. And they don't understand the fruit of the spirit is spirit. It is not what you see natural. Because if it was what you see natural, we all can claim what we got, but it ain't got nothing to do with what you have. Your materialist, you can come on in, your materialistic things that you're claiming and that you feel you have, that's what's going to keep you from the kingdom. Because he's saying you're going to use that as if that's me. You're going to use your materialistic blessing, your materialistic mindset as if it's him. And you're going to get confused thinking, oh, this is him. But they don't understand. The wicked one can give you everything and some to make you think you're standing on top of the mountain. And you are with him, the wicked one. So hello in the live chat. This is your time. If you want to speak on anything, I see you said something else was released with no vaccine as yet. Wait, let's say that again. Something else was released with no vaccine as yet. Can you kind of explain that to me? You're probably saying the same thing I'm saying, but I want to see if that's what you're saying. No vaccine as yet. That's the part I'm trying to understand. But I will say that there is a lot of things we are running in the wrong direction toward. I believe that the light is what we need to be running toward. We also need to have that thirst. Like I said, the young man that I had on the live a couple of days ago with my daughter, this young man, he thirsts for the word of the Most High Yah. He thirsts for what is true, and I sit there and I said, this young man, he really want to know. He don't know anything. I mean, like nothing. But he been in the Christian church and everything they taught him, he stands very firm and very high. But even him, Yah could use. And I really believe the Most High is going to use him because he thirsts for what is righteous. He thirsts, and that righteous that he thirsts for is the tree of life. And he wants it. He wants it, not knowing that that's what he's thirsting for. See? But because many of us, we don't even thirst for it, but we want it, but we don't thirst for it. We just think it's entitled to be our drink every day. We just think it's something that we're entitled to because we are the children, or we're on these platforms, and we are who we say we are. You see what I'm saying? We don't understand that drink is assigned, and it's appointed, it is anointed. Okay, so as we walk this journey, like I said about the movie yesterday, you're going to be really surprised because the movie is not spirit and truth. The movie was brought forth because what they desire to do, and they desire to go into the word of the Most High Yah, the Bible. And they began to master it to the point where they came up with how the world is going to end and how it's going to go and how each step of the way. Now, what's good about it is, honestly, I would say they got 60% correct. 60% based on me understanding from the wilderness, being taught by the Holy Spirit from that level. They got about 60% correct. And that's what had me all up tight with, hey, wait a minute, Father. You mean they did this movie almost 28, I think it's almost 30 years ago. Okay, let's hear. It's an illness called Mockingbird, and the World Health Organization said there is no vaccine as yet. Okay, but see, the thing about it is they're connecting a lot of it now with COVID. They trying to make you think it's connected to COVID. COVID to me is man-made bio that was formed, okay, in a place that was appointed by man for years to set this date, this time period. All these things that they are saying, they even found out that Fauci and the president has announced that there are thousands of children in the hospital on ventilators. Now, why are you announcing stuff like that? See, I had not heard it because I don't get into the news thing. If it pop ups on my phone when I wake up, and I might go through it. But just to hear that is just amazing for them to say that. But that's how they manipulates people's mind, is to say it and people believe it instant. No matter what Fauci say, no matter what Biden say, no matter what many of these facilities are saying and lying about, people take to that lie quicker than they take to the truth. And I love the way the Most High said, Deborah, let it be. This need be, meaning he already created the wicked for the wicked for the days of evil. So it's already set to go this way. So he's saying embrace it and learn to just keep it going. And that is the easy part, because you can throw it on the ground and keep it going. Okay. Hello, everyone in the live chat. It's good to see you all. Shalom and shalom. It is an illness called Mockingbird, and the World Health Organization says there is no vaccine as yet. You know what? That might be is what, who's saying it? The World Health Organization. And see that? Just saying the World Health Organization, I wouldn't believe nothing they say. I wouldn't even quote anything they say. Okay? Even if they are against different issues, I wouldn't even quote what they say. I wouldn't feed that into no one's spirit. Because if they're not on your side, they're not on my side. They're not on what is righteous. They're not saying the things which is just. You see? I sit back and watch all them clowning in the politics roles. And I'm sitting here watching all these senators and all them, go after Fauci and all this. And the spirit of the Most High said, look at them, Deborah. They are role playing. I said, Father, you mean to tell me? He said, that's a setup from the floor. They are winning the way they have designed it to go. Because if they put out a movie 30 years to match identical to what's actually happening, how is that? Now, I said they got 60% correct out of the biblical. Okay? But the other percentage is what they added on, because the Most High didn't give them the fullness of what's going to take place. They went into this book and mastered enough to give us 60% in this movie. But the other 40% is what they feel or what they think the outcome is going to be. And that's where they got lost in the movie. But what I have respect for is for me to go into place and pull this movie out, because I'm searching for when this stuff started. And this is part of it. This shows me, Deborah, they was doing it back in the 90s, back in the 89, the year 89. Way back, they've been planning what we're experiencing today. And we reject that. We reject, like he said, they perish, Deborah. They're going to perish. They're going to perish back in Hosea, and they're going to perish in this day, because the rejection is knowledge. They don't want nothing spirit and truth. They don't want no knowledge on what is truth and what is spirit and truth. You give them something in the darkness, they loving on you. They love the darkness. And he have said that throughout the biblical. They would rather see what comes from the darkness than to see what coming out of the light. And he has no problem with that. Let them see. Let them be. Let them do as their heart desire. Because really, he says it's all in their hearts. It's where it's locked in. Even though they walking in this darkness, it's rooted in their hearts. And that's what the movie was about too. In this movie, there were many that was dead, but were dying from the sickness. But guess what? They were warning the ones that were in the light. They were warning the ones that are in the light that to watch out, because the darkness coming for you. And they gonna come in families, friends, neighborhood, community, police, school, hospital. They come in all ways and forms and shapes and fashion. Now in this movie, the ones that was dying from this germ, they were warning those who were walking in the light. They were warning them toward the one that was walking in the darkness, letting them know that the one that's in the darkness is coming for you, even though they're dying. You see, that's going back to what I was saying. Yah has always let us know that he left a light on for us. But are we willing to really respect the idea that he left a light and look for even if it's a pin needle of the light? We rather go into darkness. Okay, anyone else has any topic that they want to talk about that we can cover? Shalom and shalom to you too. Yes, Sister Deborah just running her mouth right now. But I'm waiting for everyone in the live chat. Now, we have someone here that was speaking on the illness that came out in December. I'm thinking this is it. Maybe you all can communicate, and maybe you all have heard what she heard, which would be good. Then we can really get into this. Sorrow. No, we haven't heard of that. I believe it's evil, but people are reading them. Wow. And they reading them. That's probably about right, though. In this, where we at today, it's about the darkness overpowering people in every form there is. So I could believe that. I could really believe that that is actually taking place. Because right now, everybody's looking for a way out. And they don't want to go to the light. They don't even want to look at a pin needle of a light. They want to go straight to somewhere that's going to take them in the deeper darkness. I believe that it's evil, but people are reading them. Wow. Especially the guy with the bell saying the plague is coming. He's coming. You see him? Wasn't he warning them? He was warning them that they were coming. And he was warning them. And you see how he died? He didn't die from the sickness. He died because the enemy took his life. And that was strange to me. That part right there was like, who gave him the power to take his life? He wasn't dying from the sickness. Did you notice it? I bet you didn't even pay attention to that, did you? He didn't die from the sickness. He died from the devil taking his life through a heart attack. When they showed lightning going through his chest, yes, he was sending a warning. Mm-hmm. But you notice the guys that didn't receive they didn't receive it, but wasn't tainted. Did you know that? Do you see how they were led by a spirit through vision and dreams? Because if it wasn't for the vision and dream to draw them, they would have never found their way. Now, that's something that's about the witchcraft. I'm telling a lot of people, it's out there big time. And you know what? I don't know where is it coming from. It just coming out of, I mean, it's been about a year now, but they just booming everywhere. And that's what he was saying. Yes, the monster is coming. Nobody listen. Nope. See that? The warning. Going back to the warning. It's a lot of things in there that was talking about what we're experiencing today. Um, and I would say they got it right. What they did take out of the biblical, I can give them, say 60. The other 40% was just their own imagination of how they hoped that, I mean, how they thought the outcome would be. They was all off balance on that other 40%. Just like the promised land. Exactly. Exactly. You notice they had only the black people were the dead ones. They had them, when you saw them dead. And it was very few. So we know that it was back in the time where, racist was pretty high because they didn't include them in the movie outside of being on the ground dead. And so he took his life. But I was thinking when it first came on that he was going to be joined with those who wasn't tainted, but he didn't. So who was he? So where was his heart? You see, even though he was warning, he left out of here. He died. And the power of the Most High Yah. I know that's right. First time I did something like that. Wonderful. That's wonderful. That is good to hear. Yep. And you see, in some cases, he was still able to tamper with their minds. You see? That's right. When someone asked me when they was watching the movie today, they said, well, who are those people? Why is it? I said, they were the small remnant. That's what I said. That's what I called them. I don't know if that's 100, but that's what I looked at it as the small remnant. Wait a minute. Yep. She said Israel, but all she wasn't Israel led to her. Yep. I think it was really saying that they all were led, those that the Most High has given her, they were led there, but the enemy is always going to be in the presence. You know how Yeshua had 12 and one was a betrayer? You see, it's always going to be that one that don't belong, but still going to come. Remember the wedding, the wedding supper when he told them go on the highway and byway because all those that he had invited, they refused to come, had all their reason why they couldn't come. So he said, go on the highway and byway and bid those that are out there to come to the feast. But when they got there, they seen somebody that didn't have his robe. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to always be that one. Even if it's just one, it's going to always be somebody in the midst of what is righteous and everything that's going according to the way that the Most High would have had it, because it made it look like they were to me, I thought they were really their idea. Those who Stephen King and everybody, even the one who wrote the novel, I heard it was written. And I was like, how could he do that? Because he had to sit down and read the Bible. You see what I'm saying? See, he had to be able to come up and and my son said it came on as a show. I said, "You got to be kidding." He said, "No, it is. Here it is on the internet." So I'm like, "This is really crazy." These people know Satan using folks to tempt the one of the father, the one of the fathers. Yep, that's what he was doing. Oh, okay. Why you not women not eating, but you can understand it? Okay, I have to go on there. You want me to check you out? I love to hear you. Cannot hold. That's true. Yeah, that's wonderful. hmm Yes, and that's what they were. They were. Remember, did you ever realize that those that was following uh the devil, they didn't have the disease. They didn't have the disease. I call it a disease. Disease. They didn't have it. So how did that happen? So there was going to be a war between them and the devil and his. Yeah, I heard about them say. I heard when they said Bethlehem to be born, but I was confused because they didn't. He wasn't able to give you enough to say, okay, they got this. See, it's some things that they just tapped in. It's because they really didn't know. They was just reading the biblical and call themselves trying to master the Most High's word, and they still was in error in the way that they were doing it. Yep, you sure right. And that's the way it seemed like even in the movie. The people was just, you know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Even though we can talk, the honest truth is, it is a lot of things going on right now, and it's when it hits the ceiling, we too ourselves, if we ain't gonna grip to his garment and hold on to it, we're gonna be messed up from the floor because troubling times is already here. 94 one, but we are finished today. We'll be finished today. Are you for real? That is wonderful. You know why I know that you have learned from the Most High Yah. Let me tell you why. It's because he told me there's several on this here live chat that's faithful in what they're learning. And you know why? It's because you all gonna have to teach Deborah. You all know more than I know. And I keep telling y'all, this is what he has given me. What? It's been 19 years standing in front of that door, in front of that, when that tree was standing there. He told me there are those that's going to be coming, that's going to know more than you know. But and you know what he did say? He said, you're going to salute them and they don't even know who you are. He was just telling me that in the sense that I'm saluting them because I know who they are. You see, they don't know the fullness of who y'all called me to, but that ain't important. He said, that's not important. It's who I called them to because of the day that we're actually in. It's such a critical day, but it's such a blessed day, and it's how you walk in the light, how you thirst for that drink, you see, how you eat from the tree of life that will give you what you need to endure any and all things that's set before you. Yep, the beast is loose. And I think I don't think I did no more than 4 or 5 messages saying that the father said that the beasts are loose. Now, when I heard this lady in this movie say it, now don't forget, now she said it almost 20 some years ago. Sister Deborah just said it last year. You see, and I'm like saying, wait a minute, how is she saying what the father told me to say? What that mean is, Deborah, this is why the movie was given to me, is to show me that the light has always been on. Enough information is out there, child. There is enough information out there. Are they willing to take of the or drink of and thirst for that drink, or take of the tree of life? It's up to them to reach for it, because that's what's there for them. Don't wait till the time is bad, y'all. Don't wait till it gets so bad and your heart has so much evil and wicked in it. I'm sorry, I had to plug up this here computer before it go out. It's time to walk life and get what you need, because it's midnight. It is. It really is. That's good. So the Most High is teaching every day too then, huh? That's wonderful. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. He says, loose. I'm telling you. And the sad thing about it today, I learned when he was telling me about how it is midnight. He said, Deborah, it is midnight. And that just brought chills. Oh, Father. That means that we're not going to return back to the days that we once thought was the best days of our lives, or the best days, or, oh, it's going to get better. Baby. It's midnight. What comes after midnight? The morning. You see, the sun shall rise. So that's why in Matthew 24, it's telling those that are in 13, endure until the end. Matthew 24 and 13, endure until the end, and you shall be saved. Because he's saying to them, and then he said, and, no, he didn't say and, he said, and he that endure until the end shall be saved, and this gospel, that's what he said, shall be preached. What gospel is that? The good news to those who are going to endure, because it's good. It's going to be good news for you, because you're going to be going through this endurance. And the good news is the power of Yah is at hand to those who endure until the end. So he's giving you hope to endure and rest and sure that the Most High endurance spirit can actually rest within you to help you to endure. About the tree of the knowledge of good and bad. We would rather do good and evil than to do right. There you go. You got it. You nailed it. And eat from the tree. You got it, girl. You got it. You nailed that. That's it. You see? We rather walk around here from the knowledge of good and evil, good and bad, or good and evil, and think that's it. Just be good. Because bad is present, but let's be good. Oh, no. And except you rather take of what is righteous and eat of the tree of life. You see? You sure nailed that one. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Yeah, that's you talking about the one that killed himself. Mm-hmm. What? 1989. See that? You see what I'm saying? So this is the question. if the Most High put a movie out, that many years ago regarding what we're experiencing today, are we going to lie and say we didn't know, or he didn't reveal it to us, or we were asleep, or we were? Why is it we everything? How did the Europeans and the Jews and everybody master his word, and we walk around here like they bothering us? We the people. We ain't trying to master this word. We're trying to control this word. You know why? We want to tell people how they are to walk, talk, look, act, do to their what they do to their hair, what they do to their clothes, all the things on the outer man. But they prepare the person for nothing that has to do with the inner man that goes to the kingdom of heaven. They don't want to get you prepared from the inside, because see, the inside, your spirit will tame your outside. You see what I'm saying? Y'all will bring conviction, not to your flesh. He don't deal with your flesh, but he'll bring conviction to your spirit. You see what I'm saying? But they don't want to teach that. They want to master this book to control you. That's it. And I mean, all these millions of denomination, that's what they've been doing. Controlling you by these words of this book. And how did they do it? They cause you to forsake the Holy Spirit, which is the Ruach HaKodesh, as a true teacher that will reveal this thing, that will break this thing down, that will smear up anything that has been smeared and smear it the right way. Correct all the smears. But no, we don't want that. We want somebody we can see every day, them telling you what thou said the Most High God. No, you want a relationship with him one-on-one for yourself. It's definitely related to today. It's all, and I remember somebody, I guess it was you, TJ, when you were, somebody told me, Miss Deborah, did you see this movie called something? And they were saying something about, it remind me of what is going on when this COVID got out. Okay. And they were saying that the movie remind them. And I said, nope, I never saw that movie. But look how good the Most High Yah is. Right there. That's wonderful. Mm-hmm. Like right now. You see that? They acting just like that. So the reason why I tell y'all, it is a part of the Most High comforting me and showing me, see, Deborah, what you thinking you seeing in the year of 2019, 2020, and 2021, and 2022, what you think you seeing, baby? He said, let me tell you. You see what I'm saying? He said, it's just going over and over and over. Ain't nobody saying, hold up, this ain't right. Let's not do it like this here. Oh, wait a minute, y'all, this is a setup. Or they doing this here purposely because they knew about this long time ago. Just think, if they knew the movie way back, what does that tell you today? They had it planned to master it in the lives today. Oh, watch it. Watch it. You would. Oh, you never seen it either. Okay. Mm-hmm. Some revelation is at hand about the darkness dropping again, about blood. That's what me and the person was saying. We was watching a movie about a couple of hours ago, is that no one is paying attention to what is actually taking place in the spiritual realm. We so caught up in the natural realm because we have not been taught spirit and truth, and we are beholding the things of the world and want to talk about the things that's going on in the world. But once you step in that realm of the Most High Yah, which is spirit and truth, let me give you an example. I used to battle with that because I was good at saying it, and I get tied up now when I say it. That which is bound in the heavens is bound on earth. That which is loosed in heaven is loosed on the earth. Earth can't get nothing until heaven release it. Heaven has to release anything on the earth. Okay? I know we give man all the authority, the right, and to say, oh, they this and they that, they this and they that, they this and they that, but they are nothing but the dirt on the ground. Because the true power has to be released from above. Now, this is what he was showing me. He said, remember when you used to be in high school, you always said, I always used to quote it all the time. It was that which is loose in heaven has been loosed on earth. That which is bound in heaven has been bound in the earth. Or bound in the earth and bound in the, bound in heaven and bound on the earth. What he was saying, that was when I was in high school. I used to word that out. And I used to know it by heart. The thing about it is this. If you take it and match it today, that lets you know that the beast and all that he's doing while he loose, heaven had to loose those horses for him to do it. Not only the horses, but other things have been loosed. And we haven't checked with the Father. We haven't sat down in his word and cuddled up at the fireplace, get us some hot chocolate or coffee, just cuddle up and just hear what he has to show us and tell us. We don't want that. We're so busy on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and Patriots and all these other places looking for truth. And you ain't going to find it, you guys. You're going to look for a whole bunch of chaos that everybody feel that they need to put on these devil platform for the devil because they have to help him advertise to keep people from getting anything that is truth. You see what I'm saying? So that's why the gate is so narrow on these platforms, y'all. And that's why Sister Deborah said, if you can, and you can video, and you can get on her, do it. Do it in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach and Yahuwah. Do the will of the Father. Thirst for the drink that he has for you. Seek him while he can be found. Because right now, he's easily to be found round about now because it's a chaos that's on the earth, and a lot of people ain't paying no attention to it because there's so much darkness. They can't see in the darkness to see the chaos. They just think it's a beautiful day. They just think everything is good and everything is well. That's because their hearts and their minds resting in darkness, and they don't want to see anything outside of. Okay, they want to make the darkness right, and an excellent job at it. The chaos must keep rising and getting worse and worse because Yah has to bring fire to show who's in charge. You think you in darkness, or I can give you some light. I can light this fire on your butt, and you'll see that light. See, that's how he gonna rumble. That's the only way he's going to do it. He's not going to come here and play patty cake, baker man with us. He's going to do what he does best. Here's the poem he quoted from in the movies. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. Because it was something already invested in him to be kind. You see what I'm saying? To represent Yah. And even though this is a movie, this is the wicked that has went inside this book and mastered the book. See, what we think that the devil is really, really against the Most High Yah and evil and wicked. He lost already. He know it. You see? He know he ain't got nothing coming. He knows that. He knows he's already lost. He's already feeling the burning in the eternal fire. He already knows that, feel that, and he respects the Most High Yah. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth of the matter. He knows if you're gonna do what I have willed you to do, what I have created your ways to do, and those that's gonna follow you, you still gonna follow my will. You ain't gonna come up out of my will and think you're gonna roll. And what do the devil do? He buckles up. But us, flesh, I'm gonna do it my way. I got a free will. When you had a free will in the dirt that you come out of, what free will do you have? I sure like to know from the dirt. He take that breath of life out of your nostrils, out of your breath. Where would your free will be then? Where would your choice be at? If y'all were to come and take Sister Deborah's breath of life and go back to his bosom, tell me what choice will I have outside of falling down and dying on the ground and going back to the earth? Hey, wait a minute. Where's your choice, Deborah? Where's your power to choose and make this choice and make that choice? We are so ignorant because we've been taught that we got so much power and so much authority, and we don't have anything. Distraction from the focus of Yah. Yep, that's what it is. Yes, have you seek him while he can be found? There you go. That's a good one. Have you seek him while he can? Now, why is it saying why he can be found? As if it's going to come a time period he ain't going to be found. Why ain't people gripping that? Because they so busy trying to get subscribers and likes and lead the multitude in the broad gate. That's all they're concerned about. Let's get them in the broad gate, y'all. Wrap them up. He can be found. That's right. Hallelujah. But as we will see in the movie, the majority of them was. When you hear the man say 50 million people to what he said next week, it's going to smell. You see what I'm saying? And don't you know in the Bible in Revelation telling you about how it didn't say the crows, it says the birds, all kind of wild birds are going to be eating flesh, and how the dead, it's just so much in there telling you exactly what this movie was saying. Oh, really? That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Yeah. That grace and mercy is just like taking syrup and just pouring it all over your pancakes, your waffles. He just poured it. But the only thing about it, you stop pouring because your waffles and your pancakes is soaked. But with Yah, he just keep on pouring. He just keep on pouring out. The smell of burning bodies. They was talking about that too. Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. The Most High is overflowing. Yes, Father Yah. Yes, he is. Mm-hmm. And I'm thanking the Most High because it really brings me to a different level of understanding that it's not even worth trying to make sure people understand and make sure people get it. Because if he's willing to let the world and its wickedness master a movie, out of the biblical, and we run around here saying people are bothering us. They doing this to us. They doing that. What are you doing since you've been over in this land of your oppressor? What are you doing? In all things, good and bad. What are you doing? I think he's up here. I don't know if he's. But yeah. I mean, really, it's something to really think about. If he can allow them almost 30 years to make a movie that telling you from the beginning to the all of what they did regarding this this cope, and you can't see that, wait a minute, this was a plan, this was set up from the floor up, because they knew it way almost 30 years ago what it could do. They prepared for it. And I'm gonna tell you the deep part about it. That's why they came up with the Matrix 1 and Matrix 2, because it came from even this, right? Even this movies. Remember the black lady that they were going to see? That's in the Matrix. Neo had to go to this black woman, elderly woman, to ask her the final questions. So he was trying to make it to her, and they was trying to stop him from getting to her, Neo. So in Matrix, so it's I'm telling y'all, they turned around in 1999 to make Matrix. See, they always been, even 2012, y'all, the movie 2012, it's so many things that they have been creating out of here, showing us. That's my son saying that. He's showing us who is allowing them to do that. If their heart's wicked and evil, who is allowing them to keep a light out so that we may see? But we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want to see through none of that. But the truth be told, there has been a light so we can see. And then this is what's sad about it, you all. They more confused today than any time in life. Yeah, I know they don't care.
They know better, and they know everything.
And
they act like they don't know.
Exactly. That is exactly what he's showing us in the movie about the wickedness that's here today. That's a light to those who are walking in darkness. That's a light that's a revelation to those who are walking in the light. Say, oh, see that this is what the Father been showing us. This is what he's been telling us. He's been revealing this to us. And here it is. They've been doing it 30 years ago. Yes, it's been planned for, but the sad part, Sister Deborah was telling y'all about the foreclose and the foreclosing on the houses, 9/11 and all of that stuff that they did. But let me tell y'all, it's go deep. It's go so far back. You know what it reminds me of? When I tell y'all that they have swam so far in the ocean, they can't even find their way back to dry land. That's how far out this information has gone to bring them back to dry land. Yep, had it planned for years. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. It's called Stand by Stephen King. It should be on a most likely it's right. They showing you what they're planning on doing. But for them to show you that for so many years, wouldn't you think that the Most High still had a hand in it? As far as allowing us to see some of their plan. Yep, back in 1994 is when it came out. They was filming it, had to be in 1990, but my son pulled it up, and guess what he said? He said, Mama, Stephen King wrote the book in 1976 or 78, I think it was. It's 76 or 78. Now, what made Stephen King sit down and write a book? Come on now, y'all. You see what I'm saying? How is it he sat his wicked tail down, read this Bible, which 99.9 won't do, enough to try to make sure a movie was out of it? To do what? I think his intent was to let people know. But who gave him? See, the Most High will use whoever he will to get things done for himself. It ain't like he couldn't have used someone else, but he has a reason of why he used who he used. No, my daughter, they were here, and I was getting ready to go live, and they was here in this is their home. My daughter and my children stay here, and I asked them, did they want to go live? They weren't even prepared. They weren't even ready. I kind of threw them off. You're welcome. You know, somebody just told me that. Somebody just told me that it came out in 20. They just told me less than 8 hours that it came out in 2020. Do y'all see what? Woo! If you can't see the Most High preparing his to see clearly in what's going on and what's happening. Because when that person told me they did a remake or something in 2020, what made them do it in 2020 and not in 1998 or 2000? Why 2020? Because they knew that we finna give them another look at what we doing and what is actually happening. And it's sad because you still have those that's hollering, we awakening, and they have not even seen the movie, haven't even probably even consider it, looking at it, and it's showing them much light. And it's not because Stephen King, it's not because they knew, they still went here, y'all. They went here to get what they got out. That's one thing the devil is very good at, is trying to master what is yours. That's why I said they did a good job as far as 60% giving the truth. Because that same thing that they're talking about is really what's going on today. I don't know. Is it on YouTube? I don't know. Where do you find movies like that? On what site? You know he had to have had a hand in it. Because it got to us. It reached us, y'all. Yeah, he said it's somewhere in 76 or 74, somewhere in one of those. I don't know, or 78. It's one of them where he said that Stephen King wrote the book first. I'm like, wait a minute. And we still sitting in the year of 2022, still won't pick up the book and see in Revelation. And Stephen King then went into Revelation and mastered it. Come on now, y'all. Something wrong with y'all. Come on now. We got to do better than that. Something wrong. Something wrong with that picture. And wickedness. And that's what the movies is detailing. But one thing about it, if you all go to where it says that which is bound on earth has been bound in heaven, that which is loosed to the earth has been loosed from heaven. Heaven has to release anything and everything. I know it. That's that right hand. That's that power, who he is. That's that fear we should have of him, to be over all that and some. But we are more fearful of what the enemy can put on us and do to us, and not the one that even holds the enemy neck in his left hand. You see, he don't even need to hold him in his right. He holds him in his left hand. But yet we fear the enemy that's in the left hand of the Father. You see, it's just so much that in the movie, did y'all see the uniting, how they was reaching one another and they traveled and stuck together? So back even then, there were those who came together. So it's no such thing as not uniting, you see, or coming together. Oh, that was you yesterday on the live chat that told you it came out in 20. Oh, no, I'm saying somebody today just told me that. Somebody today, and I've seen that, I think, on a live chat yesterday or the other day. I think it was yesterday. But someone just told me today when I went to tell them about the movie. They were saying, wait a minute, it came out in December 2020. I said, no, this is something way back. Oh, no, Deborah, it came out again. I was like, wow. This one here, which one? No, the one of them, my daughter was on the right, and my daughter's friend, he was on the left, and they have I don't know what's going on, but the Most High, that's all they to find, and they are in more so involved in the word of today, in the presence. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they go into Genesis, they go into the old, and they bring it to the presence of today, and they tackle trying to understand it, and they don't even come to me. They just, only time, a lot of times she would come when she said, I remember this because when I went to sleep, the Most High was talking to me, and he told me that my flesh is ugly and it don't mean me no good. It wants to see me. I'm telling you, he deals strictly with her in visions and dreams. And this young man, he wants to be a minister. He wants to be a teacher of the word of Yah. He was that before he met her. They go to the same high school. Wow. You know what? I wouldn't be afraid. But the one they made in 2020, it would have to be off the chain. I wonder, did they back up that other 40%? Probably did. I'm going to go on YouTube. I'm going to watch the one that came out in 2020. I'm going to get my children to show me how I can pull that up. Oh, yeah. How did you get the movie? That's what it says. You're so right. As it is in heaven, so shall it be on earth. That's you. You are so right. You know why? Because we think that the earth, because so many of us are in darkness, we think the earth gets everything and then y'all get secondary. No, can't nothing hit this earth and nothing have until y'all loose it. If he bind it, it ain't gonna come. He has to loose the situation so that which is on the earth shall take its force according to his will. Boom shakalaka. Yeah, I'm gonna watch that. Why is that? doing that. I'm freeze. I'm froze. Are you frozen? It says everything is moving. Now listen to what that says. Let's go there. Matthew 18. Verily I say unto you, whosoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. Heaven will bind up anything that you don't have on the earth. And whatsoever ye shall loose on the earth, no, whatsoever ye shall loose on the earth shall be loosed in the heavens. Now, what the Christian church used to teach is you control the heaven. That's how they used to teach that. They used to teach you release it, and heaven would have to release it. That's the way they're swinging that, but that's not how that goes. What's in the heavens, if you receive something on the earth, it's because heavens has loosed it. If you have not received it, it's because heavens have bound it up to where you can't receive it. You see, heavens has the first and the last say so of all things and everything. I know it. We can't. And when I used to quote that all the time in a way of trying to get people to understand we do not control this. I know what, it's a lot of things that has been smeared and taught, but when we turn that power back over to where it belongs, because we can't do nothing with the power, we can't do nothing with it. What you mean, Sister Deb? We ain't got no power. What we have is what is his. So if we run around here with our choice, what we want to do, we can choose. We got our choice. We can do all this and that. Try doing what you want. Go outside and say, I want $1 million and see where it's going to come and see if it's going to come. Since you got a choice to want and do whatever you want to do. It don't roll like that. Heaven's got to loose everything, and heaven will bind everything. Bound everything that you don't receive. Because if that was the case, Sister Deborah always hooping and hollering. Oh, Father, oh, you see my need. You know that he know I ain't got no sense. So and even if he seen my need, don't mean he want me to have what I feel my need is. No, we can't do that. We still got to respect him and the choices he make for us. Paramount Plus in the demand. Oh, okay, and a few other sites. All right. Thank you for that information. 2020 in December. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm a definite, because I think maybe they can up it again, another, because they mastered that 60% of what actually is taking place. Because in this book, it's really trying to master what they read, but because they didn't have the Ruach HaKodesh, which is the Holy Spirit, to lead and guide them, they only had their flesh. That's why they wasn't able to get the fullness of everything that they put into the movie. Oh, your phone was freezing. Oh, okay. Now, I had someone to say earlier about this new thing that's out. From what I have heard, and I can be wrong in what I've heard, every time I get up and I see the news showing all this with this COVID and all this stuff, they always trying to bring it into one. I have not heard, and not to say that it is not on the news or CBN, CNN, and all this here stating that it's something different. But like I said, it's coming to everybody's house. Never will I call it COVID. I would never. I wouldn't call it that, because that is the name of something man created. This last thing is another bio that they created. In this movie, you got to understand, this is the way they're trying to master it, like it was in the movies. So that's why I look at this movie as something very important to have in the back of your head, to always remember. They're not going to stop at these, because you notice when this one came in, then another one, that's another one, another one. They're going to keep on going till they are able to do away with a great number of people. In the movie, it was like, I think in one location, it was 5 million. And I'm just saying, they're not going to stop at a small number. They're trying to meet a goal. This is a plan that went further than, I would say, 50 years. This has been planned longer than that. I believe you can go back and probably hear presidents back as far as 40 and 50 years talking about what we're experiencing now in some way or another. This was always the plan. Oh, you see it? Are you for real? The one that they made in December of 2000. Oh, I got to see that. I got to see that. That's what I was saying. I'm wondering, are they going to up it? Psalms 91, verse 1 and 2. Write 2 pages of understanding of it, and that's where I be every day and all day. I know that's right. And that's nice. Psalms 91. That's really good. And he talks about staying into Psalms, read Psalms. Did you know that? He talks about that in the Bible. It's spoken of how we should read Psalms. Psalms is really beautiful. My life in Psalms, you can find it. If anyone, it's the song said, if anybody asks you where I am going, I would say, if anything happened to me, you would have found my life in Psalms 18, because that's what he had given me since I was a young girl. He said, that's me, Psalms 18. That dwells in a secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my Yah, in Him will I trust. Now, let me tell you something. You're talking about Psalm 91. You go to Psalms 18, that says something similar to what the Most High been giving me since I was a little girl. And I used to read, and I said, but Father, Psalms is so long. He said, read it from the beginning to the end. And I do. In my life today, I find myself in that situation in Psalms 18. Oh, yes, I do. Psalms 91. I know that's right. Why they say have you all heard that they talking about these hospitals are full with children on ventilators? Y'all heard anything like that? Yep, that right hand, I'm telling you. Yep, I believe they did master it. I that's why I say I'm gonna go see what is this in 2020. Heavens, all right now. Oh, there it is. See there, she got it. I know it was in there in Ephesians chapter 5, verse 19 speaks to yourself in Psalms and in hymns and spiritual songs. Sing and making melody in your heart to the Lord. I'm telling you that Psalms could talk to you. David can tell you some things. And I like how he turned everything to the Most High Yah. Everything, even the things that he have done and things that he keep uh, falling into, he still let the Most High Yah know that I respect you to the utmost in spite of whatever. A fake son? What? Oh my. Oh my. Are you for real? What about the fake son China made? Oh my. Let me tell you all something. The son that was created by the Most High Yah. I'm going to say it, and I know many of you all ain't paid any attention to, but it is lowering. It's getting low. It's lowering itself. It's being lower down to the earth. I'm seeing it. I asked a question to the Most High. What is this? It is getting to the point where it can blind you while you're driving. Psalm 91. Okay. There you go. Learned it by heart. Psalms 91. Yep. There it is. I know that's right. That's a good way to put it. But it's something in there about the moon being low, isn't it? Because I'm like, Father, I'm a little old lady. You know that. I get in this car, I don't care. It just seems like I just can't get the sun to move to where I can drive. And I said to him, I said, Father, it seems like this sun is getting lower and lower for some reason. So tomorrow, that's going to be one of my studies. I'm going to study the word and look for something and see if there's something in there talking about the sun and how it's going to be lower and lower as the days go by. It has to be. Oh, wow. It does. It really seems like it's just anything to drink over there. It seems like it's just getting lower and lower. Maybe give me some of that, please. Thank you, sir. Just notice it just for a good week. Just notice when you see the sun. Notice it's going to seem like your sun visor. You know, when you pull it down from your car, it's not going to even make a difference. You're going to be still trying to see the brightness of it. I'm gonna have to. Thanks, babe. I don't even like this, but this tastes good. They're going to turn them up with their same wicked machines. Mm-hmm. He's going to turn them up, huh? He's going to burn them up. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, I know what he was saying. I was saying, Father, it looks as if, and I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason why you don't hear me talk too much about the Europeans and all the things that they're doing, it's because just a lot of things they do. Everything they're doing is just about evil. So I look at like they got their ticket, their one-way ticket to hell already. Because what they don't understand, when the Most High put His down here, He given them the spirit to discern. I can feel it. I can see it. I behold it. I understand that they have a perpetual hate that's off the chain. And that perpetual hate is not going to turn into being a good person towards someone. No, no. See, that's what we don't understand. It's not going to change them. But when the Most High have given you the spirit of discerning so you can see who they are, that is to let you know these are people who got a one-way ticket to damnation, to the lake of fire. You see, so don't get caught up in them, because you can easily get caught up in all the things that they're doing because they're doing so much wicked. So they're doing so much wicked. We can't afford to do the type of wicked and as much wicked as they're doing, or our whole nation would go to hell. We don't understand. Not only is he going to have a small remnant, it's because he's going to allow a great number of our nation to die on the streets, y'all. So while we're thinking that we are a great number, like the sand of the seas and the stars in the sky, them days been over. We are not in great number like we think. In the United States of America, I would give or take, we are 13 to 16% here in the United States. If we take, I'm just gonna try to be fair. If we take half of that, even though I know it's more than half, and we look at half of that is already damned, because a half of our people have stepped into a homosexual lifestyle, whether we want to accept it or not. You know, that's, and then he says in Isaiah 3, I ain't talking about in Solomon and Gomorrah, but he brings it up. And watch this here. And that's why I say we don't want to listen to the words of the Most High Yah. He's letting these Europeans master this book and make movies to even get us to see what he's been trying to get us to see all this time. And we still blind to it. But soon as the Europeans make it, the movie, and tell us some things, we're like, oh, look, that's just, why is it we got to learn to see it from Yah's standpoint of view, okay? And not so much as waiting for them to give us. And that's how we are as a race. We wait for them to give us what we need. But, you know, if in Isaiah chapter 3, he talks about how, listen to this here, and this is sad. And I was listening to a lot of things he was saying, and I said, Father, I am so sorry that our men and our women forsake and turn a deaf ear and a blind eye to what you're saying. It's one verse that I was covering. I had to pull out because I'm like saying, Father, they would think I'm hating on men, and you saying it yourself. Why is it they not covering this? It says in the last days, men is going to be lovers of themselves. No affection, haters, all kind of things. He said males. Why do we bypass all of that when Sister Deborah is saying all this killing, they killing their family, their children, their wife? No one is saying anything. Why do we get away from that? Now watch this here. In Isaiah 3, now this is not in Solomon and Gomorrah, but in Isaiah, they bring it right back to your remembrance. It says in Isaiah chapter 3. Okay. And it says in verse 8, for Jerusalem is ruined and Judah is fallen. Is fallen. That means Judah sitting here talking about Babylon has fallen. Wait a minute. That's the same thing Isaiah was saying regarding Judah. Okay. It's ruined and Judah is fallen because their tongue and their doings are against Yah. Why do we think that he's just lying? Why do we take everything Yah is saying in this book and make him a lie so we can live a lie in our darkness? Now watch this here. To provoke the eyes of his glory. Now let me go to 9, verse 9. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 9. The show of the continents do it witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, which is woe unto their spirit, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. He's talking about the men. That's who he said. You see? He's talking to the men. But we bypass everything he says to make him a lie, just so we can just live the way we want to live with them. And we want to live through them. And that's why our household is ruined. That's why we can't walk in the light. We can't worship Yah in the way we're supposed to worship and serve him and honor him. It's because we're doing it the way they want us to do it and not the way this book is saying. Look, watch out for them. Listen to what it says in verse 9, Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 9. And it bumped it up. He was talking to the men. Okay. If you get in there and you want to bump it up, you go into Isaiah chapter 3, and then you'll see, oh, he's definitely telling the men this. He's talking to the men. But watch this here. In verse 9, he says, and show their countenance, do witness against them. And they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Do not the homosexual hide it? No, it's all flamboyant. It's all out. He ain't lying. They're not lying, but we make everybody a lie just so we can live in darkness and be comfortable in this world, believing a lie. And he said that they declare it, they hide it not. Woe unto their spirits, for they have reward evil unto themselves. See? This is what they take on. So a lot of times it might seem like Sister Deborah is bashing. When he said, when I speak truth, you hate me. It is true. Truth is always hated. Now, if you lie and you give them what they want to hear, oh yeah, they'll love you. Oh, they'll like you to the end of the world. But it's just so much stuff that's going on. So if we 16, let's give or take, we 13%, let's give or take 16% of the population here in the United States. Half, more than half, but I'm just going to give it and say half is living in that dark life. All kind of dark life. And then what is another portion? What portion should we say that's on drugs? What portion should we say that alcoholics? Now we got to get our tails out of that 70% Europeans. We got to get our butt out of that, because if the truth be told, they whole nation just about. You see, because their hearts are wicked. Yeah, you might have a few that's not. That's why he give you the spirit of discerning, so you can be able to discern. Then with the Ruach HaKodesh in you, he'll tell you, try that spirit by my spirit that's in you, to tell you what type of person this is. So when we are just 16% in this country, how is it we take half of us, half of our percentage are out there in the closet, under the bed, doing all kinds of things, okay? That's homosexual. Yeah, we can sit and lie. We can go on and deny it, but the truth be told. So then we got the alcoholic, those that strung out on drugs. Okay. Those that's not even in the house. Now we got another percentage of our men that's not in the household and never been. They don't know even how to be a father. And you know what? My life is the living testimony that'll wake a lot of people up. I mean, I was married for 31 years. 31 years. Now I'm going to give y'all something I thought I told y'all about. But within them 31 years, I married someone who I had all these children by, that didn't spend any time, quality time, no time with the children while in the house. You see? So you can be a deadbeat in the house. You see, And I'm like, I look back over it and I think about the strength of the Most High Yah and how he was present all the time when I was a little girl. He wasn't leaving me when I was in that situation. He still kept me during that time. But I'm just saying how this individual, if you were to ask him, okay, what are your children's middle name? He couldn't tell you. If you were to ask him, what are their birthday? He couldn't tell you. He couldn't tell you their favorite food. They couldn't tell you what they like to do, what kind of sports they're into. He couldn't tell you anything. He couldn't even tell you. Definitely couldn't tell you their birthday. Why? He's been in their life all these years. You see? All these years. When I was showing him the movie, he saw the first part, but he didn't understand that the Spirit of the Most High Yah already let me know that this individual is not dedicated to knowing any spirit and truth. Even though one talk like it, doesn't mean anything. So you can be deceived from your own household. You see? And a lot of times I wasn't deceived. It was what Yah was doing in the household. Because I look back at it and I said, oh, Father, you didn't do that to me. When he showed me the nakedness of this individual, I said, oh, no, you didn't do that to me. He said, you always knew something. I said, yeah, but no, wait a minute. Hold up, Father. You didn't do that to me. Well, oh, Father, don't do that. Don't do that to me. It made me feel like I was the less of the less. And this is what you gave me. This is what you felt that I needed to be where I'm at today. It ain't like Sister Deborah rich. It ain't like she got nothing. It ain't like she all this and that. No. It's just where he wanted me to be spiritual. I needed to have someone like that in my midst so that I can put Yah first and be able to really dedicate my life to him the way I have always. You see? But it bothered me a great deal. And I still sometimes say, Father, wasn't I worth more than that? Couldn't I? And then to him, he says to me, no. What had taken place is what I had prepared for you. Because I needed you where you were at. Not where you could have been had you been somewhere else or with someone. I needed you here. So he did everything he did in my life. And it's, want me to tell you what it is? It's the steps that he had ordered. He has ordered those steps. I have all the respect for the steps that he has ordered. All of those steps that he has ordered from me has not been the steps that, ooh, next step, ooh. No. We have to take each step as a blessing and say, okay, he took me from ground level to the first step. Thank you, Most High Yah. Or he take me from the first step to the second step. Praise the mighty Yah. Give him glory and honor for each step. Because where I'm at now, I have much wisdom in the spirit realm. I have much knowledge in the spirit realm. I have full understanding through the Ruach HaKodesh. You see? That's why I say you can catch me not knowing nothing in the natural, but don't come up on me in the spirit realm. Don't come up on me because you're going to get knocked down with what is spirit and truth. So if it's in the natural, yeah, you probably got me there. But you better watch out because I might even pull out the natural gun, not the natural gun, the spirit and truth gun on your natural gun. So you still be in trouble. So I just thank him because, and that's why I say I can tell somebody something, y'all. I'm telling y'all, if you heard my life, you'll say, can't nobody in this world tell me nothing. That lady can. See, it's a living testimony. It ain't a dead testimony. They come telling you, I did when this happened and so. You know how the pastors get up there and they start teaching and preaching. Oh, they so. Oh, they so. They don't even they have not even experienced what they preaching. They just giving you a good sermon for Sunday. But when your life is a living testimony, not a dead one, but a living testimony. It's because so you can make a difference in other lives. Living testimony. So they can see and hear what you have gone through, what you suffered through, but yet you still walking behind Yah, trying to keep up with him. Running behind him, trying to keep it, but I don't want to go on the side of him. I don't want to be on his side. I want to be right behind him, right behind where I can see which way he's going. Yeah. And even to today, it's scary. It's scary because you wonder, why you keep coming to me, teaching me all this stuff today? Why are you telling me this? And why are you telling me this? Now, this is not what I question him, but that's why I'm feeling in my spirit that there's a reason why. You see, there's a reason why. So when you thinking you're going to get up here, get out of here and escape something, you ain't going nowhere. So get ready, because it's coming. That's why I sit and tell you all. You be thinking I'm be saying, y'all, this, they going to do this, they going to do this. Look, Sister Deborah is telling you because she already know she's going to be present and you subject to be present. So you better get ready, because it's here. It's here. Christ's right hand. The kingdom is here now. It's fullest in fire. And everybody walking around like, I ain't got nothing to worry about it. I'm saved. I ain't got nothing to worry about it. I'm full with the Holy Spirit or the Ruach HaKodesh. And they just don't know. Even that is going to be tried by fire. Yes. With that, can I get a witness clap? You ought to quit. Praise the Most High, Yah. That is darkness. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There is darkness. So when are you all going to start your Facebook page? Or your YouTube page? Who's going to start? And we all going to come to your page. And he ain't coming for those. God knows my heart, people. You know it. Mm-hmm. And that's why I was saying it's amazing how he allowed them to do that movie. It is to me, it's amazing because it shows you who he is, how just and how righteous the Most High is, to where he's willing to let them continue to leave all kind of lights on so you can get what's going on. And you're not out in this darkness alone saying, okay, no, I ain't seen it. No, I don't believe this and I don't believe. Look, y'all, it's real out here. It's real. It's real out here. And it's getting to the point where with me, I don't even know how to even desire to embrace anything outside of what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of things going on, and I'm seeing a lot of people not coming together and not doing anything about what's taking place. But I don't think they're going to be able to, because if their hearts is not there, Sister Deborah can't expect them to step in and do something that their heart is not, fixed to do or right in. You know what I'm saying? So it just go back to the small remnant. It's just, you be wanting many people to, but it's just not there. And I do believe, like that movie, I believe that he mastered this here book 60%. And in that, I believe that it should be those that should be gathering together. I really do. I really do. If we sit back and let all evil gather together and let them come into one and let them think that, we are one in you or one in your way and your understanding, your wisdom and your knowledge. Why can't we be one in the light? You see, why can't it be us that's walking in the light and letting the Most High Yah lead us, and we have respect for one another's gifts that Yah has poured out for the body of Hamashiach. Why is it that you don't see that on the earth? And that's another thing I want to might look into and see what happened to that, and it's just like it's just vanished. The whole ideal of but in the movie, you seen them connecting to each other by the voice of the elderly lady. They were all connecting because they would say, so you talk to her too? You see how spiritually he gave them some sort of connection to where they was in the same truck going to her. You see, going to in the same direction to where they were being led. You see? So what happened in this day? I don't get it. That's a part that I just cannot get. I think because the hearts of people are so dedicated to follow darkness than the light. So he has separate the two. You know what I'm saying? Like the wheat and the tare. Let them grow together, and he's going to do the separation. And I think that's what he's doing in so many ways, because I'm like, okay, but why can't these that's in the light or going in the light or desiring the light, why is it they can't unite? You know why? Because there's so much division in their understanding. That leads you to understand that all of them don't have the Holy Spirit, which is the Ruach HaKodesh, because it brings everything into one. So could somebody say that Yah couldn't bring everyone into one in his spirit, in his Ruach HaKodesh? Sure he can. Okay. Type of mouse. And you said that was on, I just cannot believe, where is my, don't forget to let us know where to go see that. Okay. View, take a look, take a hear, spiritual hearing. What are you nervous about? Oh, you nervous about what? Children's all right. Was caught off guard, but right on time. That's right. Most high Yah time. That's right. Yes. Two minutes and 7 seconds. What's that? Sister Deborah, you think the stand will blow your mind? Pull this up 120 years ago, called 130 cartoon, How to Take Over the World, on YouTube. That is 20. That cartoon, How to Take Over the World? Oh, I've seen that before. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a long time ago. Okay, then. That'll work. And you're saying talks about what is going on now to prepare the mask. What I'm hearing a lot is the lies that has been told. I will say something to you all, which I know you all won't too much understand it, because I feel it was given to me that the spread of what they're doing might reside in those who are receiving these shots. You see, And they might have something to do with spreading what is going around, because they are the only one that's constantly receiving something. And why do they need to receive 1, 2, 3, 4 and a boost, or 1, 2, 3 and a boost? What is that stuff doing? It's spreading, causing those who are not, and those that are beat up or jabbed up, beat up or jabbed up. I believe it's coming from them. And they knew that Songbird is another movie, 2020. Now, I heard about that one. I never saw it though, but that's what now someone told me about that one, the Songbird. Oh yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah, I heard about that one. Songbird. Now I heard about that. Now, but this is the problem I have. Are you all understanding when we're talking about these movies? We're actually saying that whether we understand this is not what we're saying is okay. If these movies are coming out, what are they coming to say, and what is the purpose? Is to warn us. You see, can we change? No. It's to warn those who are, how would I say it, enduring to the end, that these things need be, and these things are going on, and y'all are fully aware of it, and He's allowing it so that we can see in the midst of all the darkness. That's what that's got to be about. Yeah, because it's allowing you to see in the midst of the darkness. Because 99.1 trillion still wouldn't take now one of these movies and see that it's living out today's life. Oh, they wouldn't see it. They wouldn't even believe it. They'll see it and say, oh, they doing that today. And next thing you know, it'll be in and out. For their hearts, their minds. Yes. It's to warn us. It's to warn us. You ain't gonna get too many people warning. Like even being on here, you would think everybody was saying, oh, I'm going to get this movie, or I'm going to, where can I get it? And where can I find it? You don't hear nobody. And you're not going to, because they don't, it's everybody is not where they think they at. And they think that if they're in a place of themselves, that truly they are being what you call humbled, and they're being dedicated to the Most High Yah. But they don't understand what the Most High have in the midst of them, around them. You want to know. Don't wait till your lamp don't have any oil and then run talking about, okay, I got to go get what I need to get. Oh, no. It ain't gonna work like that. All the time you knew what you needed. You didn't go to put oil in there. You just hung around until the last minute and thinking you just gonna walk in. No, it ain't gonna be like that. I believe it is too. I really believe it is. Because you know what? I heard a couple of ladies where I have the store. They were talking about it. All of them have gotten their jabs. And they were all talking about, oh, we got it. They got it over again. They sick again. And I'm like, wait a minute, did y'all go get shot up? They said, Miss Deborah. I said, but wait a minute. The truth be told. But now all of y'all sick. They closed their stores down because of it. I'm just saying that weren't you all shot up? I mean, you talking about your third shot, your boost, your 3 and your 4. I'm like, oh, but now all of you sick. It's just confusing. It's not confusing. It's just confused. It makes you realize that all of this crap is deeper than what it appeared to be. Oh, you did? And when you was 9? Okay. Okay. total different ways. Tree, not good. That's right. You need to reach for that tree. And did you know that tree also is that light? That's the light, Sister Deborah is saying. That light. The devil can't hide in that light, y'all. He can't get behind that light and try to hide. You see, when you in that light, he know that he can't come near that. That's a blessing in itself. And that's what the tree of light is. It's coming to bring light, so you don't walk in darkness. The Holy Spirit. That's right. That's right. Have your oil in your lamp always ready. Because you notice when he said he came at midnight. Yes, he did. See, that's when it's the darkest time. And it goes both ways. It goes spirit and it goes natural. You have to know which way to put it in your heart, because he's speaking two ways. That's it. Spirit and truth. Thirst. Yep. And you all notice they tell you to put on the mask. They telling you to get beat up, jabbed up. Let's put it like that. Just telling you, it's so much power and control. And we have given it to them. And they have taken it as if it belonged to them. All right, that's what I'm talking about. That's good. All right. I know that's right. Yep. Praise the Most High Yah. That's right. Don't forget to let us know where do we go to view your page, just to hear your good word, what you have to give many, believe it or not. Many. You'd be surprised how people are waiting to hear. And I see that we are in a little over 2 hours. So Sister Deborah is going to say, I love you all and appreciate you all coming, joining us on the live chat tonight. Let's talk. That's cute. I know that's right. Honor and glory. Hallelujah. You say you left the link 3 times. Okay. Okay. They must have. Okay. I know that's right. Praise the Most High Yah. We can't see the link. She don't want us to know, do she? She don't want us to look on there. I didn't get it. Okay, let's not pressure her. She'll get around to allowing us. All righty. But that's okay. That's okay. We can shalom, shalom. All right. I thank everyone for coming and joining the live chat. And I hope uh, we can come together again soon. I would say everyone have a wonderful night, which I know that you will. Sleep, rest, and ask the Most High Yah. Cry out to the Most High Yah on behalf of someone else that you know that's in need for prayer, that's in need for many things. A lot of us know someone that's out there that we know of, not someone that we don't know, but someone that we know of where we could cry out on their behalf. He said, the strong bear the infirmity of the weak. And if we have the mouth of praise, we need to praise him while we can and pray to him on behalf of those that are out there. So let me not say for those that you know, but even those that you do not know. We need to pray for people that is in need. But we have to let the Most High Yah know he knows all things. He knows who we are praying for. Just learning to be about someone else. We need to learn to give prayer for someone else. Call out and pray on behalf of someone else. Um, and we need to make that a habit, because Yah will bless us just through the prayers that we prayed for others. He would. So, Sister Deborah asked that of you, if we would start praying for others in situations that we know of that's actually taking place today. So Sister Deborah says, I'll see you again soon. And thank you all for tuning in. Love you. Shalom and shalom.